Good morning, this is Margaret at the University of Sewing, and welcome to Facebook Live. Today is July 2nd, oh my goodness, July 2nd, and we're here at the shop today, but it's just me, Santa, and Dave today. So the staff's all celebrating the 4th of July, and they're gonna be gone, so if you want, you can come in and see us, so we love that. I would like to remind you, it is Christmas in July, and we always have a different sale every week during the month of July. This week's sale is really simple. It is all about kits, and so this is the perfect time to go get a couple of things for your Christmas list. And we have some beautiful kits. I believe there's like 45 things on that list. And these are all going to be 30% off. So make sure you go and look at the kits and go and see which one you need, because the price isn't going to get any better than that. So you've got 30% off of the kits, and all you have to do is use the coupon code to apply it at the time when you shop, and you apply it in your, there's an area that they ask you for coupons, and you just are going to put a capital K, ITS, the other letters. Everything else is lowercase. You just are going to use an uppercase K, ITS 30, and that will get you. I tried to make this simple, and then yesterday I ended up feeling like I made this really hard, and I did not mean to. But when you get on the website and you go to universityofsewing.com, there is a thing right on the top of the website that says that this is our sale this week, and it has kits 30 on it. Just copy and paste it. Put it in the coupon code, and you're set and ready to go. So, Santa and Dave, did you show them all of our pretty window? We got our window all decorated. We're very into Christmas right now. We want you to see we've got lots of things. We're going to have presents for you through the whole thing. But remember that whenever we do Facebook Live, you can potentially win the prize we have that day. And today we have a really very themed prize. It is the Tiana jumpsuit pattern. This is a knit pattern. Well, I say that, but I'm wondering if you couldn't use other fabrics. No, it's meant for knits. So this is a knit pattern. It's really cute. It is very figure forgiving. So lots of room in here, lots of things. You could put regular straps on here. You don't have to use those little tiny skinny ones, but you could put regular straps on that. And so this pattern is going to go to the person. What we do each time we do Facebook Live.
You mean like Kathy, Donna, and Ashley, who have already shared and know the drill?
There you go. Ashley, you could wear this and look adorable in it. So what you can do is you go ahead and hit the share button, and after you've hit the share button, you need to go into the comments and put in a comment saying you shared, because a lot of our privacy settings are set up so that people don't know exactly what we're doing on Facebook, and that's great, except for then I don't know if you shared it or not. So make sure you put it in the comments if you want to be entered into the drawing. And then what happens is everybody who's entered into the drawing, we put your names in a little basket and we pull them out. So
it sounds like Ashley's planning on winning already, because she says she's going to have Rachel make it for her.
There you go. I love that. It is really comfy and super cute. Well, you know what? You guys need to stay tuned today, because I'm going to show you some of the most gorgeous knits. I mean, these things are just so fabulous. We just got in a big shipment of knits from Stock Fabrics, and I've told you guys before about Stock. They're the company out of Denmark, and we have a stack. Dave, you're going to have to take and give them a little preview.
Well, we should take our trip on our way here.
We're going to take our trip. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to travel back to the other room, because I promised you guys that you were going to get to see. Now, see, Dave can give you a little taste of all these knits that we just got in. So we are now up to well over 50 of our knits. And so I think we have probably one of the best selection of good quality knits you will find. So I'm gonna pop this over there, Dave, so that I cannot have to hold that. So everybody, remember yesterday I told you, well, if you weren't here yesterday, you wouldn't remember this, but I told you that we were going to show off a quilt from one of our customers. She's been kind enough to loan it to us. So Susie loaned us this beautiful kit. She took a fat quarter bundle that we had of some Lori Holt fabric, and then she got this Lori Holt pattern called Row by Row. And you wait till you see how cute this is. This is really fabulous. You will love it. She did a beautiful job on it, and not only that, but she did a ton of embroidery and hand sewing on it. So we want to make sure we give her a big shout out and thank her. We are now going to have this spot right here, which is in our classroom and a really a kind of premier spot in the shop. We are going to have this available. So if you've made a quilt and you're willing to share it with us for some period of time, we would love to put your quilt on display, because these made by you, it's so much more fun than just the samples I make or one of the others. Not that I don't appreciate ours and that we aren't happy with them, but it's so wonderful to see what our customers are doing and how beautiful of a job they do. So I wanted you to see this and see how pretty it was. That Lori Holt fabric is so fun. And normally, you know, it's funny, a number of us have talked about the fact that we're not big pink people, except for this has such a wonderful 1930s feel that the pink is just so perfect. You couldn't have put anything better with it. So everybody give a shout out to Susie. She did just such a gorgeous job, and we are so grateful she was willing to loan it to us. So we're gonna head back over into the other room, and I just want to, Dave, why don't you take a quick brief stop here. Today is gonna be about clothing fabric and apparel fabric for the most part. And I want you guys to see all these gorgeous rayons that we have. The top I'm wearing today is one I made, and it's a knit. And this particular top was made using Pamela's patterns for her swing tunic. And you know what's really funny is the only thing I did was just didn't add the sleeves.
Well, you better swing.
There we go. So, isn't it cute? It is such a pretty pattern. And you know what's really fun about this is that when we talk about knits, I want to make sure you guys know that you can, it's really nice to have a serger to do your knits, but you don't have to. If you have a sewing machine that will do a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch, you can do knits. So we need to make sure that you know the couple of little tricks to make this really easier. And really it boils down to, I'm not sure why that's turned out like that. It was trying to get me. So I wanted to show you one of my tricks that I use to do knits, and we will talk about that here in a minute. But let's go back to the fabric here for a second. And I'm gonna remind you guys, I'm sorry, I put Dave in a little bit of a position here to get around to see me, because I'm going to stand on the back side of the table now. So, don't forget, kits are 30% off, including the Quilt of Valor kit we've got, including our dragging kits, including everything. So make sure that you guys look at those and you can have all the pieces and parts you need to do your tops, which is really fun. But we have some other kinds of kits over there too. One of the things we just added were 1 yard kits, where we have 3 1-yard pieces. So if you want to do one of those charitable quilts out of those wonderful, that lovely, I can't think of her name right off the top of my head, but there's a lovely group of books we have there called 1 yard quilts. And what she does is she takes 3 1-yard pieces and she makes these great patterns out of it, and they're perfect for charitable quilts. So you might think about that. So we've got several of those, and I'm going to be adding to those too. So that's going to be something I think we're going to have on a regular basis around here. Okay, I was telling you about knits, And what I wanted to point out to you is if you don't use woolly nylon to sew your knits, you are missing out, because this will help you out a lot. So we have got YLI woolly nylon. It's the only brand I carry because it's the only brand that really stretches. Some of the other brands stretch a little bit, but this guy, he stretches a lot. So you're going to have a lot less broken stitches. You're going to have a lot better success with your knit sewing. But you can only use this in your bobbin. Now, I don't care if you have a jumbo bobbin machine or you have a regular silver bobbin machine or even the clear bobbins. This will work in your bobbin. So you just wind it like normal using this woolly nylon, and then use your regular thread up in your machine, and this will give you a stretchy stitch. Now, will it stretch like a, it's not going to do the same thing as your sports knits, like those really tight spandexy things. But for our normal knit clothes, like the Pamela's patterns or that adorable jumpsuit I just showed you, this is going to be perfect. It will stretch, but it will not, it's not going to be like, you still have to use things like your elastics and so forth if you want something super stretchy. So this isn't for your workout gear unless you are doing some other things with that. I'm talking more about apparel. So your everyday wearing apparel. So use the woolly nylon. We have it in a variety of colors. I'm going to just tell you, I've tried the other brands. They don't stretch that much. The other thing you want to do is put a Schmetz stretch needle in your machine and use either an 11 or a 14, depending on what you're sewing. If you're using something that's a little bit more like a sweater knit, definitely go for the size 14 because that's going to be a bigger needle. So I'm going to put these over here, and they come in a variety of colors. They're all on our website. So let's talk about some of the new fabrics that have come in. We're going to cover two types of fabrics because the knits are going to take me a minute. So we just got in a bunch of Free Spirit fabric right here, and this group of fabric is called Into the Woods, and I'm going to just tell you, it is spectacular. It has got some amazing artwork on it. The colors are so beautiful. Now, these are not knits, these are regular quilting cottons, but I just think they're so beautiful. They just came in, and they are so beautiful. I think that they could be so many different things. I think they could be a skirt or a top if you wanted, but for your quilts, I think you are going to be able to do some spectacular stuff because you've got a beautiful range of colors here. So we've got all these gorgeous fabrics, and I'll have to tell you, this raspberry colored one, I think they called it blackberry, is probably my favorite. It is so, the colors are so unique and so well done on this whole line. You are going to be able to make something really beautiful, and it's already walking out the door. So I'd recommend you get some fairly quickly because I don't know how long we are going to have it. Okay, so quilting cotton. That's the only quilting stuff I'm doing today. The rest of today is going to be all about really cool fabric. We just got in some new fabric. These are Italian wools. And these Italian wools, I've got two of them that are coating fabric. They are double-sided. They're really interesting and beautiful. And here we go. I mean, this is just so spectacular. I know you guys aren't thinking coats right now. If you're like us, it's 90 degrees wherever you are and it's hot. But you know what? Right now is the time to think about your coat for the winter. And the cool thing about these two fabrics I'm going to show you today is that you don't have to line them if you don't want to. Yes, they're wool, but remember, most of the time when we wear a wool coat, we're wearing something with long sleeves. So This is so beautiful. It's nice and drapey. This is a lighter weight fabric than the next one I'm going to show you. This could be a gorgeous, you could make a poncho out of this. You could make a gorgeous, just like wrap out of it, like just a tunic or what are I'm trying to think of the name of ponchos. So you could make a poncho out of it, you could make a wrap out of it, you could make a scarf out of it. I mean, look how pretty this is. And it is just going to make something absolutely beautiful. And I'll tell you what, after getting these couple of coating fabrics in, we are definitely going to have a coat class. We are definitely going to have a coat class.
Hand me that.
And do this.
Thank you.
Okay. So we are definitely going to do a coat class this fall. So I hope, actually I'm hoping to get it into the schedule for August, because I think this is going to make, I mean, just because of the weight and everything, as we get into those crisp days of fall, this is going to be perfect. So we have got some really pretty coat patterns, and I am sure that we can find something. If you like this, and that's what you want, go ahead and you can let me know, and I will help you find something. If you really, if you're thinking and you're not close by and you can take my coat class, then I think you should at least look at these wools, and we can always send you a sample. Okay.
Backing up, I think that Linda was asking, is that navy or black?
This is black. The red has got a black background on it, but it is very blue based. So it's not a green based black. And this one also is a blue based black. And this one again is a double faced wool. You do not have to line it. You can finish it with a Hong Kong finish, or you could do some other kind of really pretty braid treatment or something on it. There are lots of things you can do with this. This is a little bit heavier than the red and black one. This one is grays and black, and I will tell you, it feels wonderful. You know how sometimes some wools are scratchy? Neither one of these are really scratchy. This is a much finer one than the red and black one. This one's a more loosely woven fabric. But these are both gorgeous, and they're gonna make a fantastic coat. So really, really pretty, very fashion forward. You are going to be, if you make something out of this, you are gonna be a standout, because these are gonna look so high end. Very, very beautiful. And the nice thing about it, with it being double faced, you're not going to have to put the same kind of effort you would have to put into if you had to line it and all kinds of things. So you can make a much less structured jacket. It doesn't have to be as tailored. So these fabrics, and these are not the only ones we have that are double faced. We have several other ones. So look through what we've got, because they really do save you a lot of time in making a coat. Most coats are actually really straightforward. The best thing you can do in making a coat is get that walking foot out. It will really help you. Okay, the two other wools I've got for you is a wool chalet.
I can't pass it up.
This.
Did you mean this walking foot?
No, I didn't mean that walking
I'm
foot.
sorry.
So, look at this gorgeous wool chalet. This is so pretty. Skirts, dresses, blouse. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It feels fabulous. It's such a cute pattern. It is very, very pretty. I love the size of the print. It's perfect for almost everybody. It's not huge. Sometimes we have these really, really big prints, and sometimes I feel like I get lost in them. But I mean, look how pretty this is. It's a gorgeous navy background, and it's got these lovely colors in it, kind of a nice sky blue, a little bit of orange to pop, and then this wonderful raspberry red. So really pretty, guys. And again, I'll send you samples if you're not certain that you like the colors, because we're on a monitor and those are always challenging. So if you are worried that the colors aren't going to be right for you, order a sample. I'm happy to send you one. And then we can go ahead and get you something so that you can make sure that it's really what you wanted. But this is just going to make some beautiful, beautiful clothes. So you need to get that one. That's really fabulous. Okay, the last one, and this one is really fun and very different. This is a wool knit, very unusual, very pretty. These tend to be really hard to find. I have got this gorgeous fabric. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, it has a slight transparency to it. So when we put it up in the world, it has a little bit of see-through, just a tiny bit. So what I'm recommending, and this is probably gonna be true of anything like this, is that what you wanna do is maybe wear like a little silk tank under it, something that will, number one, so the wool's not right against your skin, and number two, to give you that little bit of privacy that we all want. But I can see this being made up into some really cute sweaters. We've got a few by the House of 7 that would be perfect for this. I'm gonna make myself a tunic out of it. It's so beautiful. This is perfect for using your decorative stitches on. You can do so many gorgeous things with this. It is, again, unusual. We don't have a tremendous amount of it. So if you think you're interested, go ahead and order some before it's gone. I think we only got 7 yards of this. So it's gonna go really quickly, and I wanna make sure that you get a chance to get some. And you guys always see things first. So even before our customers, because these have not even been put out on the shelves yet. Okay, we have the soft knits now to talk about. And oh my gosh, how did I use up all this time, Dave? I used up a lot of time already.
You'll have to go fast.
Okay, we're gonna have to go fast. Okay, I'm gonna show you the most fun piece we got out of the soft knits. This is crazy. This thing is crazy, crazy, crazy fun.
And maybe someone can help us and identify where that tower is at.
Yes, exactly. Check out this fabric, guys. We want to know what city this is in. This is fantastic. It has this really distinct building right here. And that is very interesting shaped. It starts, you know, it's smaller at the top, goes wider at the bottom, has these definite, interesting, like, I think it's all glass there, and that's what we're seeing is the lights from it. It is really fabulous. And so, and then these other two buildings on either side. This, I know, you're looking at me going, what in the world would you do with this, Margaret? Well, think about a duster coat out of this. You're gonna walk into the room and nobody's gonna see anything else, they're just gonna see you. This jacket is gonna stand out. What about a pretty tunic top like what I'm wearing? It would be beautiful. A dress, a little bit of a tailored dress, something a little fitted maybe at the, under the bust or at the waist, and then just, oh my gosh, you are going, everybody who's seen it in the shop has already talked about what they want to make out of this fabric. This is a gorgeous electric blue. It's so pretty. It has a lot going on, but I'm thinking if you take, this is a soft knit, and the soft black matches it perfectly. So you could even just do parts of it. Maybe you just do a strip. Wouldn't that be really stunning? So this one is particularly fun. You have to have a little bit of a sense of adventure to use that fabric. I know that, but you are really gonna love it. So let's go, Dave. I'm gonna kind of, I think, I'm going to be really quick about some of this because, and I'm gonna bring it over. These fabrics right here, actually, not that one, but this blue, this green, and this navy are all wet sweatshirt knits. So, and they're super soft and they're really beautiful and they are just going to be fabulous. And you know what's really great is these colors all match everything else I'm going to show you. So the stuff colors all work together. And so that is really fabulous. So I'm going to put those guys down here. And I'm going to pull this one up again so we can look at other things. So now we've got this beautiful, let's see, what are we calling this color? It just might be navy. So dark blue. This is just a pretty solid dark blue. We have lots of great solids. But I wanted to show you this gorgeous floral that we just got in. Look how pretty these look together. And then we've got this pretty fabric. Look how beautiful this is. This is so pretty. So, beautiful, beautiful print. Remember, soft knits tend to be about 62 inches wide. So you need to be careful you don't overbuy, because a lot of times we're not sure what to do with them. So we've got this wonderful raspberry, and this raspberry goes with this wonderful raspberry print. And what's really fun is that it also, the raspberry goes with this beautiful floral. And it also goes with that wonderful teal that we just got in. So then we've got a fabulous taupe. By the way, I'm going to just tell you every single one of these, not any of them, none of them are see-through. None of them have any sheerness whatsoever. They have a wonderful drape. They are perfect for those of us who do not want to show off too much. They stand away from the body just a little bit so that you don't feel like you're getting things clinging to you.
Guess who says they like all the fabrics you're showing right now?
Who is that?
Debbie Bean.
Oh, Debbie, I wish you could come and visit me. These fabrics are so amazing. Look at this really cute pink with the dot. I love that the dot is not regular. I think that because it doesn't look like a traditional dotted fabric, that this could totally go for an adult. I think sometimes the dotted fabrics look really childish. This does not. It's very contemporary looking and very nice. The color is really pretty. And I will tell you that this pink goes with all those other pinks over here. So if you want to mix some things together, maybe you just want to use a little bit like at the neckline, or you want to use a little bit at some other place on it. So that is part of it. Then look at this really fun fabric. This one, we don't know if they're lemurs or if they are monkeys. If somebody's a biologist, you can tell us which it is. So super cute, very pretty. I love the bit of orange. It is really fun. So we have that. Then steampunk, anyone? Anybody wants some steampunk? So very cool fabrics. So look how pretty these colors are. Remember that raspberry? Well, look at this raspberry and this fabric together. Again, perfect shades to go with one another. I am going to look for some purple because I think we need some purple around here. We don't have any purple at the moment. We're going to need to fix that. Yes, I just got all this in. Where are we going to put it all, guys? I bet Denise and Alice are trying to figure that out right now because I sure as heck am. I'm not sure where these are going. Okay, so we have two more, and I saved the best for last. At least I feel like they are. Okay, so look at this. It's got a gorgeous pale pink in it. Almost, Actually, it almost has a little bit of a, I want to say pink, but maybe salmon's a more accurate color. So, but is that not beautiful? And it's not see-through, guys. It's beige and it's not see-through. I'm so excited. This is going to be in my wardrobe. I love this. I think this is beautiful. It is off-white. So if you need white, this is not yours, but there's plenty of you out there who can wear off-white and you will look amazing in it. So we've got that. And then this one. This one, I do think this one might be my favorite. It was really hard to pick a favorite. So we've got beautiful watercolor looking, there we go. Look at that. The colors on this, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but this is so gorgeous. So absolutely gorgeous. If you like blues, if you like a little bit of a darker palette, this is so you. I mean, oh my God, it's gonna be so beautiful. So that's what I got for you today. I told you there was a lot. It was a really huge order. I figured if I'm gonna order from Denmark, I'm gonna get everything I want. So we have got all these gorgeous fabrics, and now where are you? I need you guys to help me buy some of this so that we can keep on getting these in here. Share this with your friends. Remember, we've got this great pattern to give away today. This is normally a $20 pattern and it's going to be yours for free. Share. Let your friends know who are sewers. This is really a fantastic time to sew and to get good at all these wonderful things. And you know what? It is really, really fun to do clothes. And if you do something, and this is your first time trying some of this stuff, do something that's not super fitted. So it won't matter so much that the fit isn't perfect. Go ahead and look at some of the tunic tops. Go ahead and look at some of the loose fitting things like this. And you will be set and ready to go. I'm sorry, I got something caught in my throat there. We are gonna get going. We've got to open the shop. You have a fabulous day and we will see you soon.